Struggling to make everything fit in your mix? EQ is one of the most important steps in music production. It gives each instrument its own space, so your track can sound clear and not cluttered. So we're going to be EQing the core drums, the bass line, and the theme, the most important instruments. So let's start off with the kick. So the first thing that we want to do is cut everything below 30 Hertz. The super low energy doesn't help the groove. We can't even hear it. Going up the frequency spectrum is the clap. So while I EQ the clap, I'm going to listen to it in context of the kick to make sure that nothing's clashing. I'm going to clean up the low end, and as you can see while I play the clap, there is some low end information. Going further up in the frequency spectrum is the hi-hats. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to play the hi-hats in context with the other instruments. And as you can see in the hi-hats, there's some low-end information, and that can muddy up the mix pretty quickly. And next, the bass line. So just like the kick, we don't need the super low end. So we're going to remove up to 30 Hertz. And on the high end frequency, I'm going to move the low pass filter up to about 1K, 1000 Hertz, just as a starting point. Because once we start EQing the lead, we have to make sure that the bass and the lead can fit together. So this is the lead. As you can see, there is some low end. We can remove some of that. And the lead also has some low mid-range frequencies. So we have to make a decision. Are we going to remove some frequencies from the bass so the lead can breathe? Or we're going to high pass some of the mid-range in the lead so we get more bass? Which one is more important? So I'm removing up to about 250 Hertz, but I would like to hear how it would sound if I remove the mid-range of the bass line, just so more of the lead in the mid-range can be passed through. So this is the bass. So I'm removing up to 260 Hertz on the bass, and let's check out the lead. In the lead, we're up to 267 Hertz. Well, let's see if we back off just a little bit. Every instrument has their own space now. They're all locking together like a puzzle. Sometimes you have to go back and forth between instruments, and the question that you want to ask yourself is, which instrument is more important? If your mix sounds muddy, EQ might be the fix. Think of it like a puzzle. Every sound needs its own space. Then once they have their own space, they can lock together like one song. If you're looking to improve your productions and finish more music, make sure you hit the link in the bio, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!